Alright, now the first thing you want to do is talk to this lady right here at the corner. She will tell you that she's lost all of her cuccos. So what you want to do is grab a cucco real quick. Doesn't matter where you get it from. I suggest this one just because it's right nearby. And you want to go over here and jump over to this fenced-in area. Now you throw that back over that ledge, and down here will be another cucco. As you saw, there was a hole in the ground. You can go in there and get 20 rupees. You can either walk through the back of the potion shop right here, or excuse me, right there, or maybe this house, and get the rupees. I'm not sure if you can access this at night, but it's definitely a good way to get back some money if you lost a lot on Dompe's minigame, like I did. Anyway, so next up is a cucco up this ladder, so you do not want to jump back over the fence quite yet. You want to grab it, and you want to head this way, but instead of throwing it in the cucco pin, you actually want to head to this under construction building and jump across, and then throw this one off the ledge and grab this one. So now we officially have all of the cuccos that require other cuccos to access. So now you can start throwing them in the pin at your will. There are a total of, let's see, there are 7, I think. So this is the second one. And the third. And depending on how much time I have in the video, I might jump cut here, showing all the locations of the cuccos and throwing them in the pin. Here's another one. So one thing you'll want to do is, if you enter this area during the day, I suggest doing this first. Like I said, there's more to do at night here in Kakariko Village the first time you enter, but there's still enough stuff you can do during the day. There's a cucco right at the entrance of Kakariko Village, which can sometimes be hard to find because you don't really expect to go all the way out to the entrance because it's so far back. Anyway, we have 2 cuccos left, and they are over here near the guard. One will be in this box, and the other will be up here on the ledge near the guard. So now we have all the cuccos uncovered, so there's 8 or 9. I thought there were 7, but I think it's 8 or 9. So, throw the cuccos in those pins, and we have 1 cucco left. But yeah, just so you know guys, I'm making this LP because that is when the 3DS remake of Ocarina of Time is being released. Well, at least when I upload the first video. It'll either be the day of or the day after. And, yeah, so I encourage you all to play along with me if you have the 3DS remake. And just enjoy it. Anyway, so she tells you that she can't catch her own cuccos because she's allergic to them and gets goosebumps when she touches them. And she gives you an empty bottle. This is very useful. For those of you who don't know, empty bottles are used to capture and hold things in the Zelda games. For example, we have a bug in our one empty bottle. We could capture a fairy, which appears randomly during if you cut certain grass, break jars, or visit fairy fountains. They can be used to revive you and things like that. So before we head up to Death Mountain, we have one last pit stop. we are going to want to head over to Kokiri Forest. When you enter Kokiri Forest, you are going to want it to be night, or you are going to want to have the sun song and play the sun song if you enter during the day. Either way, it does not matter, but you want to get to Kokiri Forest. So I will meet you at Kokiri Forest when it's night. So here we are in the Kokiri Forest. It's nighttime now, as you can tell. If you need to, you can play the sun song when you enter here, just to turn it to night. Anyway, right here, this is the Know-It-All Brothers' house, if you need to read signs in order to find your way around. And right back here behind it will be a gold sculpture. You need to backflip over this route if you want to get over it, or you have to walk around the house. I just chose to backflip because it is a bit faster. And you need to jump attack to grab hold of it. Alright, so that is all of the Skulltulas. Well, actually, it's not all of the Skulltulas, but you're going to want to play the sun song, make it day again, because you might need it to be day for the next area, and you can find your way around a bit easier in most cases. So the first thing you want to do after you change it back to day is head back towards the shop area. If you may have noticed it back when you were first here, that there is a patch of soil back here, which means there is a gold Skulltula. So you want to recapture your bugs because it releases 3 at a time instead of 1 at a time. And you just need to capture 1 bug. Anyway, a gold Skulltula will appear and you can get it. Yeah, 1 less Skulltula you have to worry about. Alright, so now you want to enter the Lost Woods because you cannot advance into the next area without it. You can go up to Death Mountain and into the Death Mountain city, but you can't advance anywhere past that without coming back to the Lost Woods. So you are required to head back to the Lost Woods no matter what. So whether you go to Death Mountain first or here first, you have to come back to this area. Now, if you walk up this log, or the stump I should say, and take out your ocarina, 2 Skull Kids will want you to play essentially Simon Says with your ocarina. So you have to follow their song. Now, because this is so long and drawn out, I will be cutting ahead to the end of each song. After 1 attempt, they will give you a green rupee. So we need to do this again. We have to do it 3 times in a row. After the 2nd time, they will give you a blue rupee. And now for the 3rd and final time. Alright, and finally, I got the last of the 3 memory games, and I got a piece of heart. Technically, you can get this anytime after you've gotten the ocarina, so after you get the ocarina, you could easily head back in and get this heart piece. I just find it more efficient to get it when you actually have to head back to the Lost Woods. So when you enter this area, there will be the owl. Hey, over here, woohoo! Link, good to see you again. Listen to this, woohoo! After going through the Lost Woods, you will come upon the Sacred Forest Meadow. That is a sacred place where few people have ever walked. Shh, what's that? I can hear a mysterious tune. You should listen for that tune too. Do you want to hear what I said again? No thank you. If you are courageous, you will make it through the forest just fine. Just follow your ears and listen to the sounds coming from the forest. Alright, so you want to listen at near the hollow logs for the music. Now, once you enter the Lost Woods and you take right, left, left, you enter a secret path. Not really secret, but you want to dump a bottle of bugs right here on this dirt patch. anyway, that will release a gold Scorcher like usual. Alright, and this is one of the last few Skulltulas you have here in the Lost Woods. Next you want to get out your skull mask and look for the yellow butterflies and run around that area for a hole in the ground that you can enter. May take a minute to find. Usually I can find it right up there. We go. Anyway, so put on your skull mask when you enter, and there will be a whole ton of Deku scrubs. And they swarm you and love you and all that good stuff. So anyway, you want to work your way over here. And eventually their leader will pop out. All of the young Deku Scrub brothers agree. You look exactly like our Sacred Forest totem. As an offering from us, please accept these Deku sticks. We will also enhance your carrying skills. Abracadabra! Alakazam! So basically he'll allow you to carry up to 20 Deku sticks and he will completely fill up your stick count. Anyway, once you get the Deku stick upgrade, you'll want to head out to the Lost Woods and listen for the music. I believe you want to take it right here. And you will enter the Sacred Forest Meadow. Now when you come here, there will be what's called a cuccos. Now their weak spot is their back. So what you want to do is lure them to attack you. Dodge their attack. Do not shield, and they will spin around. Then all you have to do is jump attack their back, and they will instantly die. Now, this is kind of a maze, but it's really, there's only one way to go, so it's not that hard. Regardless of what path you choose to follow, it's very easy. You may want to bring out your Deku Shield or shield whenever they shoot out those Deku Nuts, but I find it just as effective to just run past them if you don't really need to worry about health. So when you enter this part of the meadow, you'll see Saria playing her Ocarina. And she is the source of the background music in the Lost Woods. I've been waiting for you, Link. This is the Sacred Forest Meadow. It's my secret place. I feel this place will be very important for both of us someday. That's what I feel. If you play the Ocarina here, you can talk with the spirits in the forest. Would you like to play the Ocarina with me? Of course you say yes, and she says try to follow along with the melody I will play. Are you ready? I accidentally messed up. The C stick is kind of awkward to use when you're playing the Ocarina. I accidentally hit left twice. Anyway, you'll get Saria's song. And she'll ask you if you will forget the song. She says every time you want to hear her voice just to play it. Like I said, you learn Saria's song, and it's got mysterious power to it. The mysterious power is really just to cheer people up and prove that you're going to be friends with them. So whereas Zelda's Lullaby has the power to open up doors and things like that where the royal family's emblem is located, Saria's song will symbolize friendship and bring the power of friendship, and the sun song will change it from day to night, night to day, etc., etc. Alright, so this is a fairy's fountain hidden here in the labyrinth. it has an unlimited supply of fairies that you can get, so I'm going to catch one in our empty bottle, just so that if I ever die, because I'm kind of low on health right now, I'll be fine. So now we want to head out of the maze, of course, and head back to the entrance of the Lost Woods. There is a very easy shortcut, and that is to just go through the wrong path in the Lost Woods, and you'll automatically be warped outside. Anyway, when you come out here, the owl will be here again. Did you learn an Ocarina song from Saria? That melody seems to have some mysterious power. There may be some other mysterious songs like this that you can learn in Hyrule. If you hold the Ocarina with C, where a melody is necessary, a musical staff will appear. I recommend that you play a song that you know. I also suggest that you play even when a score is not displayed. Just like this. Do you want to hear what I said again? Of course not. Melodies you have learned will be recorded on the quest status subscreen. You should memorize those melodies. And, like I said, the owl appears a lot in the beginning of the game, but he tends to disappear after this point for quite a while. Anyway, so once you're back in the Kokiri Forest by taking a path that does not lead to another path in the Lost Woods, you want to head to the left. Now, once you hop on the stump and play Saria's song, he will give you a reward. You know Saria's song. We should be friends. Here, take this. And he gives you a piece of heart, and we've collected 2 pieces of heart. Alright, so now you want to put on the mask and speak to him. Hee under that mask. Aren't you that Kokiri kid? Quite an unusual mask you have there. I like it. It may make me look a little bit tougher. Hey, why don't you give it to me? Yowza, I'm gonna wear this all the time. And he gave you 10 rupees for a 20 rupee mask. So you lost some money on it, but it's not that big of a deal. And for those of you who don't know, this is actually the Skull Kid from Majora's Mask before he turns evil. So that is definitely something interesting. Anyway, now what we want to do is head all the way back to Castletown Market and get another mask from the Happy Mask Salesman. So I will meet you at the Happy Mask Salesman. I almost forgot to get this Skulltula, but right here at the Skull Kid that we were just at, if you take a left into this log, will be another patch of soil, which will have a Skulltula. Alright, so now I will meet you at the Happy Mask Salesman. Alright, so we're back here, and I just gave him the 20 rupees back. So now we're going to want to get this spooky mask. It actually looks like a re-dead. And now we want to take it to Kakariko Village. Not to mention we need to head to Kakariko Village to get to the next part in this story. So I will meet you back at Kakariko Village in the graveyard. Alright, so back here in the graveyard, if you're here during the day, you'll see the kid imitating to be Dompe. When you talk to him with the spooky mask on, he'll be like, "Hey, it's Dompe the Gravekeeper! Ah!" And he's like, "Oh, it's just a mask." I get a different kind of fright from that mask than I get from Dompe. Will you give that mask to me? With this mask, I'll be just like Dompe. Here's my money. You sold the 30 rupee mask to a kid for full price? And he didn't even mind paying at all. Let's get back to the mask shop to pay 30 rupees for the mask. You can get the new mask model too. Anyway, so now he'll wear that mask. So we've officially gotten 3 masks done. Now there are only 4 that you need to do. You don't technically need to do any of them, But there's a grand total of 4 that you have to do for all of the masked side quests to be done. So, we're preparing to end the video, guys, unfortunately. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, the Ocarina of Time, we'll head up Death Mountain. This is the Blade Gamer. See you next time.